me again, the Rock Doctor, having trouble turning my shit off. Anyway, that's all part of life, man. Yeah, so again, it's me, the Rock Doctor, coming at you live with another installment of Must Know Rock Guitar Moves. And this is volume number 50. Oh my God. So what the hell am I trying to prove today? What is the point I'm trying to make? Well, that little playthrough I did there, once again I'm in E. Oh my God. And I'm using my backing track in E number 1. I looped the first section. And if you've been following along, you probably know by now that the that first section has, it goes like this. And if I strip it down to the bare bones, I've got this. This is what I'm thinking about when I'm playing over it. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. So what is all that crap? Okay, so the first two chords that I played, E to D, that was 2 measures worth of chords. And the thing I did there that was important was I played some of my licks, the essential licks basically, and the licks last for 2 measures or 2 bars as well. And the last note of each lick hits the chord at the end of the 2 bars. So, now, let me pull up the dry erase board now next. Here's what we're trying to accomplish. You know, if you listen to some iconic solos like Stairway to Heaven and, well, anything else like that, what you find is the guitar players are working their way up the neck or back down the neck through some of the pentatonic shapes. So that's what I did here today. Take a look, dry erase board time. Look, I started out here in the key of E minor. I used pentatonic scale 3, that's what I call it, in the 7th position. And I played a lick there. The next lick kind of traversed from scale 3, this guy, into 2. The third lick stayed there as well, in the 10th position. And then I finished off in the 1st position. So what I'm trying to suggest is, you know, if you're just learning, you're getting a handle on putting licks together, you should try this. Learn what I put down there. I'll tab it out for you. And then try some of your own. Just keep in mind, what do you have to keep in mind? Keep your licks in the 2 measures long length. You know, try to use mostly 8th notes. Don't go beyond that if you don't know what you're doing. Don't do it. Lock into the beat. 2 notes on a beat. There's a couple places where I let it, at the end I usually let a note ring for a whole measure. But just learn that stuff. It's important. And I mean, there's nothing wrong with just jamming in the home scale and staying there. Lots of players do it. That's not a crime. But, you know, sometimes you end up somewhere else and you got to know what to do when you're in the 7th position or whatever. So it's nice to know. And you don't really have to learn anything new. You just have to know how to find those licks in different places. That's what it's about. So using more of the neck and getting around the neck. Without sounding like a dummy. Okay, let me get this thing out of the way. All right. Now, let me do this real fast. Let me outline the licks. The first lick, this guy. Well, that's basically an offshoot of my essential lick number 1. It's a whole step bend, and I bend it up to the E note. That was the 10th fret of the B string. And, but I let it come back, and the reason is because the chords underneath went from E and finished on D, so I had to make sure that lick resolved it to a D note. So I went like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You get my drift. Okay, so there's that one. That was easy. The bottom string 10th fret pushed up, let it come back, 2 bars long. Okay. The second lick, still in the same position there, pentatonic scale number 3. I did this. So first off, what was that? That was basically my 2 frets back move, as I call it. So I find it by knowing where the E note is in the position I'm at. Right here, check it out. And I move back 2 frets and play the lick. Well, here's the lick. And I put the bend in there, just thought it sounded cool, but I resolved it to E. Here's the frets on this one. I'll walk you through it this time. On the G string, I hammered from 7 to 9. Then I went to the B string and I hammered from 8 to 10. Slid to 12. I went to the bottom string and played 10. Played 12, bent, and I let it come back to that E note, which is the chord underneath it is E. So here's the count of it. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4. There's that one, not hard. All right, the third lick. I stayed now in a pentatonic shape number 2 in the 10th position, and I played this. And I resolved that to an A note, which is a chord tone of D, which was hitting at the end of that series of chords. So here's the walkthrough on that. On the high string, I played 12, 10. Then I went to the B string and I played 12, 11, 10. Hammered back on to 11, pulled it off, hammered to 12 on the G, like this. And I ended up finally on the B string on 10. That's our chord tone for D that's happening at that moment. And then that takes us to the final lick. I moved up to the home position in the 12th fret area, pentatonic scale 1, and I played this. Hope I remember, huh? So that one there, let's see. I started out on the G string 14 and bent that up a whole step. Oops. Then I barred my index finger across the B and the E strings at the 12th fret. Played the B, 12, then the E 12. Okay? Then I went to the B string 15 and pulled off. Like that. Then I finished up on the G string. I went to 14, pulled off to 12. Then what did I do? The last note was 15 on the B string, bent up a whole step. I needed an E note, so I made it out of that D. So here's the whole lick. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4. So there it is. So yeah, it's a good idea to try to be able to put a few licks together that cover different areas of the fingerboard and link them together. It's a good skill set to have. So that's it. Again, I'll have the tab scrolling down through the beginning there as I play through it initially. Learn it. Try it. Make up some of your own. And you'll thank me later. All right. It's me, the Rock Doctor. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. I'm not supposed to say order me a pizza, but I love pizza, so whatever. All right, I'm out of here. Bye.